Hello everybody, my name is Zalrok Chaos, and welcome to the table. I hope you all enjoy your stay. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit so it's not overpowering my voice. And we will be going to Pillars of Eternity. So let me start the game. Yes, okay. Let's get it going. Sure. Uh, let's murder the music. Which has been having this issue where they will copyright strike game music. So we will go and create a new game. I'll play easy mode. I don't care about Trial of Iron or Expert. I want to get through the story fast. This has been a while since I've played Pillars of Eternity on stream. Alright. Make Pick a character today. The place of men in society varies from culture to culture. Hmm. I'll just a female character. Their unparalleled strength. Alright, I'll read the descriptions. Humans, commonly called folk, are the most common race in the Drywood, a colonial nation founded by settlers from the Aegean Empire. Following a series of conflicts with Aegean, the territory became independent in 2672 AI and is now ruled by a duke, who is elected by 7 earls that oversees its earldoms, Old Valia and the Valian Republics. The mighty strength and tenacity. They have negative dex, but quite a lot of other bonuses. Or land. Atria playing Pillars of Eternity. Sharp senses. Godlike. Which race do you want this character to be? We could be a human, an Aumawa, a dwarf, elf, Orlan, or godlike. Human, Aumawa. I have zero idea how to say that word. Dwarf, elf, Orlan, godlike. You want them Aumaua. Yeah, you spelled it correctly the first time. Next. You want to be a coastal or island? Aren't island this difference for the island ones is that you get an additional weapon set, while the coastals gain bonuses to against prone and stun. Okay, you want coastal. Cool. You want a barbarian, chanter, cipher, druid, fighter, monk, paladin, priest, ranger, rogue, or wizard. Okay, as in you get might plus 2. So for the almond, you get like plus your strength basically. And coastal is resistant to permanent stun, and you want us to be a ranger. Animal companion. All rangers share a strong bond with an animal companion. The companion fights at the ranger's command and is extremely valuable for its ability to run interference. Animal companions don't do much damage, but they have high damage reduction. Link between the ranger and companion is powerful. If one goes down in battle, the other suffers as well. Strength, stealth plus 1, survival plus 2, endurance, health, accuracy, deflection. These are get to choose one of these abilities. Wounding shot. 2 per encounter, average 6 meters range, interrupt 5 seconds. Raw damage over time. Marked prey. Designates a single target as prey. The damage bonus against that target. 1 per encounter. So this is basically Hunter's Mark. And this DPS ability. Which ability do you choose? Wounding shot. Gotcha. Here we go for the companion. Antelope. Bear. Boar. Inflict more damage when they below 50% endurance. So that's kind of a berserking companion. Lion. Stag. Wolf. Antelope. Animal companion name. Priya? What do you want to name our antelope buddy? Oh, and if you haven't already, please tell Alana that I'm streaming this right now. How about we name the antelope Elmer. How about Elmer? Alright. So, this is highly recommended for Rangers. That's recommended for Rangers and Intelligence. Alright, so I'll put some points into might, be some points into perception. We're going to need dexterity. And I think the rest of the points into intelligence. So, these are the cultures that we could be in. The Air Deer, which gives us +1 resolve. Deadfire Archipelago, which gives us +1 dex. Iximitil Plains, which gives us another resolve. Old Valia, which gives us +1 intelligence. The Ratai, which gives us +1 con. The Living Lands, which gives us +1 might, making that 16. And the White That Wends, which gives us perception +1. I'm personally going towards the Living Lands because +1 might is pretty good, but it is your choice, Tria. Living Lands, recto. Alright, background. Colonist, which gives us +2 survival. Explorer, +1 lore and survival. Laborer, athletics and mechanics. Merchant, lore and mechanics. Drifter, stealth and mechanics. Hunter, stealth and survival. Mercenary, athletics and lore. Scientist, lore and mechanics. Explorer. Now it's just color. You have a choice in this color trio, but a lot of it is also my own personal preference, and I like this color too. It looks pretty good. Go with secondary, and let's see, what would actually look really good for a secondary? You know what? Green looks actually pretty good as a secondary. Ooh, you're saying red? Okay. I don't think that red does. That lighter red actually looks better. Pink? I don't like that pink. I would say this red actually. Alright, skin color. Let's see, I'll go through the different... I'm not a huge fan of that one. That's actually nice. Eh. Eh. No. Not even. Yeah, this dark green is actually pretty good looking. Hair. Let's see. White hair. That's a jarring color. Actually, it's pretty good. That's fine. It's also fine. It's a color. But you would know black. That's about as jarring as the white. Yeah, the first red was actually pretty good. Yeah, that actually looks good. Let's see. Head type. Alright, so which head type do you prefer, Tria? 1, 2, or 3? First? Okay. I'm gonna go for 1. Eh. Not even close. We were on 7, and it's a pretty good haircut style. Just not think we could do better. 9. That looks okay. I hate this hairstyle. Okay, that just seems like a repeat to me, but it is different. Oh. Little braid over here. Pretty neat. Instead of 1 braid, it's 2. Oh, 3. Oh. No, see? That's 3 braids in 1 thing. That's... No, that's 4. Holy crap, that would take a lot of work to do that. 4 separate braids into one, One little clasp? Yeah, that would take a lot of work. This looks like Miss Frizzle from that show. Like, seriously, it's nearly the same hairstyle. This is, yeah, Magic School Bus. Oh my god, this hair is even more poofy than the previous one. Um, uh, okay, so Tria, which one do you think is? I know you said you liked this 12 hair. But which one make you? All right, let's. You want to go default 7, or what do you want to do? Oh, this is kind of like the other one. It's 4 braids in a knot. It would be a lot of work to put your hair into 4 braids in a knot. Oh, moved past one you liked? Is it this one? She had pearls. This one? Okay, you like this one. I'm good with that. Alright, we'll just avoid the male voices because this is a female character. Noble. Feisty. Um, I don't know. Okay. We will now name the character. um, we will go for Amara. Okay. Does she have a last name? Or just Amara? You do that. Okay. We'll go for um I mean I would usually have a coffee before streaming, but I didn't. So we'll just go with Amara. He needs to find some string berries. Watch that she doesn't drop dead. Alright. I can move that. Might as well try. Welcome back, Tria. Yay, food. See what you got. Alright. How much copper pieces do I have? I have a hunting bow. Alright. I already have a hunting bow. War bow. Does more damage. Alright. I think I have a brigandine. I have a hunting bow. Alright. Work Wanton's Pledge. I have a little ethereal piggy. The piggy. Yeah, it's cute. Alright. I'll buy a warbow. Better than my current bow. I can chance if I had any items for it. The warbow does more damage. Okay. I will sell that. And I will buy... Oh, I can't buy armor. Okay. Let's see, I have 62 gold. Bonus. I think a... I think a one-handed battle axe with, or a secondary weapon will actually do me pretty good. You can switch to a new weapon set by selecting the weapon character bar. Alright. Okay. Right. Alright. So Barry's not here. Nothing over there. Yep. Alright. You attack. You attack. Okay. Disengagement. There we go. Hey, Alana. Playing some Pillars of Eternity. Alright, Alana and Tria, which choice do you want to go for? I'm going to settle here and start a new life. I'm going to lay low here for a while, trying to draw too much attention to myself. Getting filthy rich. I have no idea what I'm going to do next. We are playing a Mao Ranger. Alright, let's head back to camp. E. Murder. Q. Murder. Q. Murder. Alright. Alright. Let's go. Ow. Yay. Take. Alright. It's time to choose our choices here. Might 14. Perception 14. Intellect 13. Lore 1. Put down our weapons or stay armed. Three. Yes! Oh, okay. I'll read them out for you. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions lie silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choked sigh, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good. Good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The winds begin to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you it feels as though it was rending you apart from within. Seated against the wagon wheel amongst the howling maelstrom, slashed across chest and bowel, Odimi's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open, looks directly at you. Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, set your hands in the worn folds of a weathered rock, and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Keaton trails behind you, slowed by energy and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers, who had been feigning death, lunges for Keaton and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Eden lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you. From your position, you would have a good chance of hitting your mark. If I had 15 dexterity, this would make it easy. Your aim is true, and the hit jars Eden loose. Lunging to his feet, Eden clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Keaton to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There's a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet, and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. Eden's jaw tightens, he nods. The lower level of the ruins has been blocked off by fallen rubble. What happened out there? Windstorm, of a kind they only get in Glanfath. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Glanfathan word is Beowak. To them, it's a god's way of reaping the souls of the land that couldn't find their own way out. They'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Still got yours? Who attacked us? Glanfathans. Those be the hut dwellers Odema warned you about. Look to be fangs of Gallowayne, were the twitchiest lot. They go ruin to ruin, looking for fights with colonists. Poor Odema, I think he half expected this, but lost the main road. So we trespassed. Don't believe that. Odema would never allow it, as much as the fangs are potheads. Land Bethans don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need right now. What about everyone else in our caravan? The wheels got hold of them now. Gods grant them better luck in their next lives. Don't seem too upset about all this. Maybe you just don't know me enough to know what upset looks like. And maybe I've seen worse, too. Seen worse and kept on walking. Because there's nothing else to be done, and because there's other people you care about who still need you. Let's keep going. On unsteady legs, he claws his way up the wall and back to his feet, but his stance is shaky, like a sailor walking on land after a time at sea. You've gained an item. Camping supplies added to. We need all three of us at full strength. Alright, how do I do... If we hurry, maybe we can catch her. A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobbly elbows and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Zalrok. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. Raise your arms and stand still. It's okay. I won't hurt you. I'll tear you to pieces, lizard. Slowly back away. Raise your arms and... Alright. It is your choice. One. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. The creature sniffs around you and finds nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes its defensive posture. Priya is now saying 3. Priya, why? Let's see, can I move this board around? Oh, I can make it bigger. Okay. Alright. I know that's not on my end. At the same time, I don't really care about Felicia all that much. That the colors are so bright and vivid. In the chat, it shows a pursuit of Ingwithins from all the Kith races. What was a flame? Okay. I don't know how to light the pillars. Turns to anything it touches. Place the gem in the eye socket. Ow! That ooze rofts me. Use a torch on pillars. Okay. Inventory. I have a torch. Should have a torch. Alright. Let's see. That less dip, more damage. Zarp. that away. The war bow. Let's see, what about the crossbow? Does way more damage. Wait, that does way more. Mace versus battle axe. Same damage. His small folio is torn in several places, and blood has soaked into several of those sheets. One later entry is still legible, however. I can't believe my luck. A few rounds of dice, and I've got my hands on a genuine Bang Within artifact. The fellow who had it said it was pretty nothing as far as he's concerned. He's not willing to go digging in some ruins. But if he's right about this gem leading to a hidden treasure, that's worth seeking past a few painted elves. I'll head to Zalrok lists in the morning, and it's just a matter of finding this relief he's talking about. Alright. Oh, I see. Lighting the torches reveals the path, the actual path. Alright. I want to actually disable fast mode. But I don't know how to do that. There we go. Normal mode. Kill it! Let's leave the wall alone because I'm pretty sure that's the actual exit. I want to actually get through this dungeon first. Actual rest of this dungeon. Walk over here. Oh, that's just... Alright. Alright. Here, buddy. Or antelope, yes. Oh, it's an alternate route around the floor puzzle. Okay. Alright. I like having a lot of might. Alright, there's nothing in here. Let's explore more of the place. Alright, helmet is actually pretty good. If those lockpicks, please. Here. Yeah, no, you're not going to be useful after this point. Because I know this game. I know this game a lot. I take your gold. I take all your gold. Please. I'm gonna take all your gold. Oh, okay. Never mind. So this is all my stuff, and you get nothing. Because I know what happens after this. Yep, accessing the storage chest from anywhere and just putting, oh hey, I know what happens now, is like a godsend. Four figures stand before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled adra and metallic veins, ominous and looming, like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you're well obscured from their view. It's like, I played this before where I know what happens, and so just taking my companion stuff and putting in the chest so I could sell it for later is a godsend. Because you don't actually get to go back and loot his corpse, so it's like. The figure closest to the machine stands out among them. A thick gray beard frames the face, otherwise hidden beneath the metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language, unlike anything you have ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with two protrusions that jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature. For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet, and the air is still. Then, all at once, it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision. You are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land, and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black, unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place. Another time, you stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end, a great pillar of adra pierces the floor from below, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think. They are all questions, pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered, or. At the base of the pillar, now, you see a man with thick grey beard and ceremonial robe, surrounded with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You're walking towards him now, at a pace that is hurried, while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all. The question spins madly in your mind. You awaken to find your malaise broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery, but when you turn to look, you see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tick. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures of the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. You find Hedon is a short distance away in a shallow lake of his own blood. His body does not stir. You are alone and far from help. Gilded veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. The massive structure is formed of some stone, adra, and copper, and covered in uh, unusual energy. This game likes to fuck with you. It's time to level up. So survival gives you more damage reduction, more healing multiplier, bonus movement, accuracy bonus versus creature type, consumable duration, bonus damage versus flanked enemies. Camping bonuses. Alright, athletics. Lore. Mechanics. Survival. Stealth. So my current rank in stealth, I'm gonna put some into stealth. I think in survival is that much. I like lore. Lore is cool. I'm gonna put some points to lore. So we have utility, field triage, wound biting, quick switch. Alright. I think it's better instead of just saying, oh hey, we're gonna go through all the abilities. No. I think saying class, offensive, defensive, or utility, and then choosing one of the abilities from there. Utility. Alright, one for utility. And so Fast Runner, Tryon of Flame, Heart of the Storm, Spirit of Decay, Secrets of Rhyme, Quick Switch, Wound Biting, or Field Triage. There's way less abilities in utility, so I think Field Triage. Gotcha. Alright. I'll go do some camping. I think more move speed is good. I just randomly saw a dude. I love this crossbow. Thank you. Alright. A figure drifts suspended in the musty air of the cavern. Its form and features blur and twist in cascading ripples of incandescence. You feel its energy eddying about your limbs, filling them with a heavy chill. You reach out a hand for the spirit. In the moment of contact, you feel as if you've been struck a blow, head reeling as you tumble helplessly into a waiting darkness. Light blooms at the edge of your vision. You feel the sun at your back and the weight of a bow in your hand. You know suddenly that you have come a long way from the vale, hunting deer. Now you are standing before a cavern. Darkness extends far into the steppes. Even so, your friend strides up before you, his red cloak flapping at his heels. You follow, heart hammering in your chest as it leads you deeper into the cavern. There's a roar like thunder echoing around you. Fear seizes you, casually stumbling back towards the exit, towards light and escape. You see a glint of steel, and there is a sudden, terrible flash of agony behind your knee. You scream, stumble, fall. Your thoughts are chaos, lanced through with pain. In a moment of terrible clarity, you see your friend look back from the mouth of the cavern, his dagger daubed in crimson beneath his cloak. And then there is a great dark shape above you. And then there is more pain. The vision recedes, and you are thrown back into your selfish, seemingly resentful force. The corpse lies at your feet. The spectre lingers. This band of energy between you both. You feel a sense of questioning, of confusion, of anger. Alright. Choice. I will find the man who did this to you and see him brought to justice. You were betrayed. A fool couldn't see it coming. You're dead, spirit. There's nothing for you here. If you're a clergyman, you can make this choice. Choose. A sudden lashing anger emanates from the spirit. Rage and grief seem to pour from the gleaming figure like smoke. I'll find him and see that he answers for what he's done to you. You're dead, spirit. There's nothing for you here. The spirit is asking you to help him. 1 or 2. For a moment, the spirit seems to burn bright, and your head fills with sickly triumph. The spirit seems to weaken with the force of its own exhaustion, exaltation, growing fainter and fainter until you grow alone once more. Find the man with the red cloak. Stop messing around with. Go that way. These aged walls appear to have once encircled this entire glade. Only a small fragment remains, and the stairs leading to the top of the structure have crumbled away. But the stones of the scale the wall. Can't climb them just yet. Don't have the proper tool for it. Means I can't get up there. I have to miss the loot because I can't get up to the loot. Get up to it. Penfrith. The young dwarf tending to the stew looks up, startled, as he sees you approach. He drops his ladle, spattering stew across the ground. What? And in turn, skitter, you dogs, and make sure a new cook doesn't run off. Help, please, help me! Ah! A kick as they pass him and he huddles. Murder range bad. Axe. Murder. By the flame, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thought I'd be stuck cooking for these ignorant weasels for the rest of my life. Or until they were bored with me, I suppose. I must get back home. Only hope they haven't hired a replacement. The dwarf looks aghast. Listen, next time you're in Gilded Vale, stop by the Black Hound Inn. I'll let Aska know just what you've done for me. I'll show she'll do right by you in turn. Oh, to be back at my oven again. Alright. unwashed bodies. Alright, can't go anymore. Alright. Let's go down through this bridge. Now go to Gilded Vale. And you know what? I haven't. I'll stream for like 2 hours today. I think that's fine. Okay, this is one of those forced cutscenes. No. But Hollow born in the weed, Ben's legacy for. I forgot you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the drywood for almost 15 years now. He lowers his voice to a whisper. Children born without souls. Pitiful, dumb things that breathe, barely, but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are punishment from the gods. In truth, no one knows, but they began spreading through the Saints' War. So the name Wade Wen's legacy stuck in honor of a foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with vitriol. See. Before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near some ruins. You want to mind where you mention that trespassing on egg within ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. For wrath have mercy, we certainly have. Alright. As you near, you hear vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Voices from his past seem to call out to you. You see a pennant, waving tall and sluggish in the winds, a rising sun, embroidered on the banner, the vanguard of a small troop of paladins. The atmosphere is buoyant, if restrained, and their armor has not yet been tarnished by the elements. This expedition is fresh, young, and filled with zest and zeal. At their head stands a commander, awkward, in full armor, but determined in step. Despite the excitement of his fellows, he does not smile. There's a twist to his mouth, his countenance grim. He throws up a hand, halting his troop. Silence falls among them, revealing a dark thunder, deep and low. He orders them to ready their weapons and spread out. Eyes dart from horizon to horizon, necks twisting to see the source of the sound. In the distance, dust and lightning rise on the ground. As digging clouds race towards them overhead, the soldiers stand, only the staccato movement of their breath betraying their nerves. The commander closes his eyes, calling a blessing down on his troop. Invigorated, invincible, they wait as the enemy draws closer, poised to attack. Alright, so if I go into him again, I'll just see the same thing. Alright. A man lies resting against the wall, lit by the dim illumination of the fading scones. He has not ox-like aspect, and his face is pale and damp with sweat. One arm is held loosely against his side, sleeve soaked with blood. Gives you an anxious glance as you near, his features twisted with pain. Ah, thought you were some. Never mind. Whoever you are, you've traveled a long way to reach a dark place. This temple isn't what it used to be, probably for the best. Times being as they are, I'm no looter, if that's what you're thinking. Not one of the faithful, either. Just wanted to do some good, I suppose. Got my arm clawed up for it. Maybe your better luck. Better luck with what? Ruins around us used to be a temple of Ethos, the scattered god, a grand temple of that. Workers would come from all over the Briarwood, from Red Ceres even. Until the war, of course. Even then, you've got some of the stubborn ones. The ones who couldn't get it through their heads that God was dead and gone. Go on. Once the legacy started, Lord Radric decided he'd been too lenient on the Wealthians. His people go in and put them to the sword, left them down there, buried under a heap of rock. After that, Radric ordered the temple sealed. It's been years like that, up until recently. Lord Radric hopes that if we rededicate the temple to a living god, then we'll be forgiven and legacy will end, see? But until then, the temple is as you see it, unguarded. That's where you come in. Those priests, maybe they didn't have a lick of sense between them. They still didn't deserve to go like that, chopped down in their god's house. Doesn't sit right with me. You can get down there, find the remains, and you can finally give them a proper burial. No small task. Just coining it for you. Motivation. Alright. I'll find them. 1. 2. I take it you aren't supposed to be in here. 3. They're long dead. What does it matter where they're buried? 4. Wait, want me to bring you some skeletons? 5. I have some questions. 6. Not interested. I think 1 is fine. Also, I'm going to be moving that over so people can see. Um, well, I meant to be in and out nice and quick. I'm not hurting anyone. It's just Lord Radric's forbidden anyone having anything to do with the scattered god. A little harder to explain to. It's a good cause, though, isn't it? And you can make some coin in the process. I'd bury them where they are if I could. I know it's a little macabre, but if we don't get them out, whatever what's left of them. Alright. Anywhere. Those priests have all kinds of secret chambers, switches in the wall, trick stones, that kind of thing. Keep an eye out. Take care down there. I wouldn't want to have sent remains. No! Elmer, good Elmer. Hell Spider. Kill it. Alright. Take books. Books have lore in them, which I think I'll read those on stream next time. So thank you all for coming. It's a pretty fun game. This is actually a part that I'm in recently. And in fact, I don't think I'm gonna kill this thing and then say good night. So thank you all very much for coming. My name is Zalrok Chaos. I have to wait for the comment to end. This has been Pillars of Eternity. I hope you enjoyed your stay, and I hope you enjoyed this isometric RPG. It is in the early stages of the game, but I will play more of it again on Wednesday and Friday. So thank you all very much for coming. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time on Zalrok's Chaotic Adventures. Take care, and cheers.